How's it going, guys? Vatlick, saw you in already. How's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Apologize I didn't get on quite as early as I was planning on tonight, but still dealing with a little bit of the raid stuff and then had a few personal things I needed to take care of before I could get all set up and going. But we started 7 for 7 last night and we are going to be continuing. And yes, we are continuing to work towards that 1,000 subscriber mark. We are only 11 away at this point. Awesome Path, nice to see you in the chat tonight. How's it going? JJ, absolutely love seeing you there, Emma. How's it going? Nice to see ya. So as you guys can see, guys, we got through the first 4 last night, so we are on 7.1.5 tonight, and going to be continuing on to be working towards that batch of Titan shards. Honestly, partially because at this point I already have enough to open a 7-star. I am 5k just shy, a little under 5k shy of a Titan shard, and the amount that we'll pick up getting through this should put me at 2 7-stars and a Titan to open for next week's open. So why not go ahead and knock this out before we go ahead and start on Act 8 and start pushing towards our next step within getting that Valiant title finally. Good. How about you, man? Stressed, but doing good. Honestly, just kind of getting back to things. Kind of took a little bit of time this last week to deal with all of what happened. And now we're going to get back hardcore into the channel and be pumping out those resumes all day, every day until we find something a lot better than what we just lost, so that we can not only keep things going, but finally start digging out of some of these holes that I've been in for way too long. So, I mean, honestly, it is what it is. It's a little rough, but definitely one of those things that I'm not discouraged. We got plenty of stuff coming up over the next few months that are going to make things better anyways. We have the meetup coming up at the well, I'm heading to bed. Dropped a like, no problem. Appreciate it. I want to thank everybody. Already 4 likes on stream within the first few minutes, so thank everybody even for just stopping in and dropping that like button and showing the support. Appreciate it. I understand, like I said, I know I'm going live a little late for some of my US companions. But hopefully we can catch a few of the international and definitely not catch a few of the people over here on the West Coast that are still staying up a little late. Or, hey, if you're like maybe Prof Hoff and you got some insomnia, let's watch me knock out some 7 and 7. See, I'm just scouting nodes here real quick. Trying to figure out what's going to be the path for this first one. I was actually just talking about helping somebody with life cycle. That one might not be horrible, but not always the funnest path to take. I can always do that one and just spam the heavies, especially if I want to run Hulk. A couple others I could definitely spam the heavies with. 12:47 a.m. there. Yeah, no, man, I totally get it. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out all together. Go ahead and go get some sleep. I know you're still recovering and stuff, so definitely need your rest, man. branch off to more than one, or yes, it does. I was figuring there had to be another path that I was missing. Um, that was the life cycle. This is the potential. I think we can do that one. I think we're gonna do that one. And let's edit the team around it. Woo, how you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Appreciate the praise there. We did pretty decent last night, to be honest with you. So we're pretty much going to be heavy focused this whole thing. We're an overseer for a little bit more synergy. Hawkeye, he'll give a little bit more synergy, and Iron Man isn't going to do anything for us. Spider-Man. Health. That'll work. 5:50 a.m. What time is it for you there? 9:50 p.m. Sorry to hear you're sick, man. That sucks. Um, yeah, we're going. I went live a little later tonight than I was planning. I went late the last 2 nights later than I was planning. But I said I was going to go live, so we went live. Just had to get some things done. Last night had a lot to do with raids. Tonight was a little bit to do with raids. We got started a little later than I wanted to, and that kind of pushed off a couple other things that I needed to do this evening before I could get set up to go. But still, works out. 100% on raids already. That's killer, man. Congratulations on that. We've got 2 groups that are at the 3rd boss in their lanes, and 1 group who is finishing up the 2nd boss right now. We should have everybody at Ultron on Friday when the revives reset, and um, yeah, we should be pretty solid for it, to be honest with you. Um, really proud of my guys again. We're doing really great. It was obviously a rough start, but that had little to do with us and a lot more to do with Kabam's latest batch of bugs. Um, Luckily enough, we didn't take as much of a hit as some people. All our people were able to go down the correct path, which is a big help. Was quick, had no time to even join. Wow. Your guys definitely did killer on that. That's nice. Ah, damn it. I should have had him there. Yes, this form, but cheaper would be better than AQ. Yeah, no, I mean it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's a great. I I'm don't get me wrong. I complain about the bugs a bit, but I think they did wonderful with raids. I think it has a lot of potential. Um, but yeah, and honestly, Um, almost everybody in my alliance has had fun with it. That's done it so far. We had one guy that really wasn't happy about it. I think he might have been happy if he would have given this week a shot, but oh well. um, but other than that, yeah, everybody else has been extremely happy with it. We had one person that tried raids for the first time this week, so they didn't have to deal with the fiascos of the last time. Um, but she's actually really loving it already. So, I mean, and we're going to be working on getting a few more people into our alliance. I've still got a couple open spots that I need to fill, and then we're going to be pushing towards getting at least 2 full raid groups doing raids. Um, and then, it's going to be, yeah, I mean, we really kind of just want to step something up. I think it'll be really great for everybody in the overall. Um, Again, like I said, I know I'm probably doing the worst at it out of everybody, and I'm still enjoying them. So that's gotta say something. Come on, 3 special. This is definitely going to be a most of the week type of thing to get fully through this. I 100% planned on that. Um, we did 4 levels last night. I will do. My plan is to get through at least 6 tonight. I'd like to get through 8. And if the phone would not do that again, it would make it a lot easier. Give me just a second, guys, and I will fix the screen. Because I know that just screwed up. But, okay. Sorry, I moved my wrist wrong and moved the cord just enough to cause it to slightly move in the charging port. I really badly need to get a new phone. Because I've realized at this point it's not the cords, it's the charging point of the charging port of the phone has gotten loose because I'll be sitting here and not move whatsoever, but like when the trains will pass the cottage and it'll shake things enough that all of a sudden my phone will say bad connection, poorly charging, and we're gonna do that again right in the middle of a fight. Why not? See if I can't get a little bit more slack there. I'm here. I won't be typing, just listening. Have fun. Good night. When you, no problem. I appreciate it, Woo. Make sure that fixed over there. run the cord around a little bit more so that I don't bump it nearly as much, and hopefully that should fix that problem for the rest of the night. Obviously, we were planning on upgrading phones the last couple months, but things have been tight money wise, and then we turned around and took this hit with the having to find a new job. So it's definitely going to be a moment before I can really look at upgrading the phone. But it is definitely something that's going to have to be done soon. Starting to have some of the problems Dee Dee used to have, where the phone's definitely getting hot while I'm playing as well. Um, so it's time that this becomes a backup phone and not the primary phone that we do everything on anymore. But hey, we get we all know that this is how technology is designed. It's designed to wear out. So yeah. We knew we may spend a few resources on this particular one, but not too worried about it. Like, I mean, the whole point of this is we're just getting through it no matter what. Oh, Bishop just will not cooperate. Hi, Act. Nice to see ya. Appreciate you stopping in. I am doing good. How about yourself? Just pushing through some 7 for 7 tonight. We're probably not going to get through all of it tonight. We started last night. Okay, we're definitely not getting through all of it tonight. That is definitely not the plan. Probably going to be pushing on this most of the week this week. Then I've got a few things that I'm going to do on the other accounts maybe a couple days this week. But yeah, of course I caught him right there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we're just kind of getting back into things. Kind of took a moment for myself last week, just kind of to wallow in my own misery, in a way. But it was kind of just I needed a moment to regroup a bit after everything that happened with the job and stuff. So we're just now getting back. Um, I apologize for being a little less active, but like I said, I wasn't in a good headspace for myself, and I couldn't guarantee the headspace I'd be in for you guys. So figured my primary focus was to go ahead and just take a little bit of time and regroup, and then come back and get back to work. Um, so throw it, throw it, or at least let me parry you so I can get a heavy in. And of course you throw it the second I give up on trying to bait you. Ah! But yeah, no, we're just kind of having some fun. Like I said, I noticed I was really close on a Titan Crystal, and that I could push myself up to a couple 7 stars by doing this. So probably gonna mess up a few of these because I didn't really scout my options and figure out who I had and everything. Might actually do that before tomorrow night, but didn't do it before last night. Didn't do it before tonight. So we're just playing it by the ear, kind of picking my path as I go. Whatever looks feasible, whatever I think I have a good champion for, I build the team around whoever I think can clear the path, and we are just going for it. So, probably not going to be the cleanest run we've done by any means, but we are still going to be pushing until we get through it one way or another. Give me a few of these that are going to be definitely rough. But I didn't wait for my opening there. Vantage, how's it going? What's up, man? Checked out the Red Guardian buff at all? It's pretty nice. I prepared in advance before its initial release. I maxed him out, ascended him. My best Mystic counter, Hulk dethroned. Nice. No, I haven't checked it out yet. Drew, how's it going? Yo, what's up, Wolf? I got 5 star Angela. Yes, great champion. Angela is a phenomenal champion. A lot of people sleep on her, or at least they did for a very long time. She's gotten her rating amongst most of the community has went up substantially. Not to mention she's, I mean, it's not going to be relevant to you, but she is an amazing champion for raids. Um, I only bring that up because we're in the middle of raids right now. But yeah, she can definitely help you get through some good content and stuff. She's got great regen, great buff champion. Um, And she's got some very good synergies as well. So, not a bad pull whatsoever. Well, it would have been nice if that heavy would have landed. I think you like his buff. He helps with so many mystics. Slow helps with Doom, Aura, Sassy's Unstoppable, Dragon Man. Yeah, I will definitely check him out. I do like a good Doom counter anytime. So, definitely going to be looking into him. Right now, I'm like the fifth mission of chapter 2 of Act 4. Nice. Yeah, she will be. She can carry you through quite a bit of that. I know you got some other champions that'll definitely help as well. Um, I wouldn't push her up too far because you're gonna start seeing a lot more 6 stars as you're progressing at that point. So, um, but she can definitely help get you through until you can get some of those 6 stars. Um, I just want to play normally because I would have won this fight by now if I could play normally. It's just the ah Mole Man is a pain just because of the shrug off, and I should have had him by now. It's just trying to get that parry heavy in with, especially with the shrug off, so that I don't get the charges, so that I know I can get him down. Probably should have just went and did the life cycle node, especially since I literally just talked somebody through how to do the life cycle node earlier today. But I figured it was worth trying this one. And we've already committed, so we're just going to keep pushing. Yeah, I kind of planned on dying on that one. I think he works better than Torch too. He's even great with countering Absman too. Just not the WoW one. Yeah, I should be doing the WoW one right now. Honestly, I still haven't done it, and I will probably have to do it first thing in the morning. Um, because I'm definitely not going to worry about doing it right now. And it'll kind of depend on how the rest of tonight goes. Because to be truthful with you, I've been like, I know that the rewards are phenomenal for WoW and everything. Um, but I've been really honestly considering the idea of maybe just skipping out on that so that I can push more Act 8 and Necropolis and things like this. Um, because I think they'll do more for me at the moment than what that's going to give me with a lot less. I think this will do a lot more for me long run than that's going to do for me in the short. So, and I don't just think that, I know that because I know that using the resources to push Valiant as opposed to using the resources to push Winter of Woe, I'm not motivated enough to be honest. Rather fight unblockable Korg. I get you. It is definitely one of those things that I've taken into consideration as well. Just the fact of how many people I've talked to and watched different things from, that fight is just I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just saying it's stupidly nasty and was even worse than even what Kabam intended it to be. So, um, yeah. Plus, on top of that, I've never been a FOMO person. I don't really care if I miss out on things once in a while. If I was, I probably would have quit this game a long time ago because there have definitely been a lot of things that I've missed out on. I mean, I completely had nothing I could do for Cyber Weekend this year, last Cyber Weekend, um, especially with the living situation and everything after we got out here to Seattle. I definitely was not able to do much with even this Valentine's event that we just got done with. Um, there's, there were a lot of content that I missed out on over the last couple months. Luckily enough, I did obviously get my one run on Necropolis in. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, if I was worried about what I do and don't miss out on in this game, it's doable, yes, but I'm tired of needing rank 3 7-star Hulk to get it done or ranked up She Hulk. I hate her playstyle and I don't have Hulk. Just going to hold off and see what tomorrow's challenge is. Yeah, I can understand that. I do have obviously the rank 2 7-star Hulk. Um, and I have a 6-star rank 5. I think he's Sig 200 or pretty close to. Um, and he's not ascended. Um, so I do have Hulk as a very viable option. Um, and like I said, I'll probably give it a shot for at least the single one in the morning. But I don't know. It'll be a 50-50 type thing. It's not my number one priority by any means. I've got a lot bigger things that not only a lot of bigger life things, but a lot of bigger things in the game that I think are more important for me to work on. Okay, I don't know if I brought in anybody for him. We're going for it anyways. Don't know why I retreated there. 15% off on the first attempt. That works. I'm not too worried about it. Again, that just proves that yeah, we're more than set to get through this and continue on. After this fight, I am gonna have to take just a brief moment. I just realized I didn't fill my tea glass before I started the stream, so I'm gonna have to take a moment and run out and grab a glass of tea, just so that I can stay hydrated for the rest of the stream. We are going to pummel our way through this and do really good at it. I don't know whose sick, twisted idea it was to combine Carnage and Nightcrawler, but you're evil, whoever you are. These two should not exist in nature together. I always loved the amalgamation comics. Where they take DC and Marvel characters and combine them into a single character. Somebody is kicking themselves that they didn't come up with this one to do in an actual like one-off series. What if the Carnage symbiote found Kurt Buckner? Wow. He is not playing nice tonight. And of course, we got that timed perfectly wrong, too. So, well, 60% of the way there, it's something. We still have revives left. I have not done Apothecary tonight, so worst case scenario, we can always go pick up a couple. And there should be Heroes Used, I believe, should be starting soon. No, actually, I take that back. It's Arena Wins will be on next. So get that stun on him and actually do some damage here. Damn it. I just wanted to get another special one in there, and I could have taken him down to 10% at least. Man, this is a rough start tonight, to be honest with you. Like, we did a lot better last night, used a lot less resources. Kind of worries me about how this is going to go, but we are not going to call it quits until we run out. So, and then even then, like, whatever I don't get accomplished before I run out, we'll just farm my back up and come back in. Ah. Almost. Okay, so we are definitely gonna need a breather after this one. Oh, I definitely did not pick the right champions to bring in for this one. Hopefully, we can scout the next path a little better. Maybe remember to scout the boss as well. Kind of did it to myself last night too, because I sent myself down the Juggernaut path and I didn't mean to. But now he's down, so. But that is another one in the books, so that is some more 7-star shards. That I believe puts me at 18,000 7-star shards in a tier 5 basic. Definitely can use that. So, like I said, guys, I need to grab something to drink real quick, and then we can continue on. We are on the last chapter, last level of the first chapter here, so we have plenty to do tonight. So, give me just a few minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Apologize for that. Like I said, I just needed to grab a little bit more to drink. Nick Brown, how's it going tonight? Uh, nice to see you. How you doing? Just had to grab a little bit more something to drink before we could continue tonight. But we did just get through another level on our 7 for 7 push. We have one left. I'm fine, Wild Wolf. Nice to see it, Nick. Um, we got one level left in 7.1, so let's scout our path and figure out where we're going on this one. Science attackers are immune to nullify. That one might actually be the path right there. It's a gold path, which wasn't my intention by any means, but let's see what else we got here. Um, Ginger beer. No, I have. I mean, I've had a Moscow Mule, which has ginger beer in it. But as far as like a regular drink, no. That is also viable. I think we maybe have a few too many options, but let's see. Um, yeah, I don't want to do destructive feedback, especially not with Dark Hawk starting it off. Okay, it's rare that I change my mind that much, but yeah, I think this is actually our better path. But it does lead to Phoenix here. Okay. Have you played baseball before? I played baseball. I played softball in college, actually. Um, I played baseball recreationally as a kid, but never organized. Trying to. Looking to see if I have anybody that's frostbite. No, I have never played cricket. I don't think I do have anybody that's frostbite immune as a 7 star. Just trying to think off the top of my head. I'm going with this team again, and we're gonna let Hulk do most of the work. I think we'll figure it out from there. So, large. Okay. XL2, that's what I thought. So, can I add you? Yeah, you can add me. Feel free to. It's probably actually better to add me on either Line or Discord because I do rotate people in and out of my friends list in the game. Anytime we do friendlies or stuff like that. But yeah, you're more than welcome to. And like I said, the contact information for Line Chat and Discord are in the description for the video here. Also, they are on the channel about page. So, totally screwed that up. There was no reason to drop that quickly. Almost. But yeah, no, you're always welcome to contact me any way that works best for you. I'm always willing to help people in and out of the game as best as I can. So I've helped plenty of people with getting channels set up. I've helped people with winning the game or beating different content in the game more appropriately. And, obviously, several people have reached out to me and joined my alliances. Um, and I've helped people set up channels. Just kind of talked to a few people about life situations. Kind of here for a little bit of everything, as long as it's helping the community. It's amazing how much time I've spent really getting to know people in the community between the years of running alliances and uh, now the little over a year of running the channel. So yeah, I mean, I talk to people all the time to you know, so feel free to add me any way you desire. Like I said, um, just know that if you add me in game, I may delete you at some point. It's never anything personal. It's more so that occasionally I'm doing something and I just need a few more spots to add other people for what I'm doing at the moment. Unfortunately, Kabam does limit us so much so on how many people we can have on our friends list, or else I would keep a lot more on there. Be nice if he didn't just shrug off everything, or if he would actually throw a special one like I'm trying to get him to do. All right. One of these times he's going to catch me with it because he keeps driving me almost all the way back to the corner before he'll throw it. I'm going to teeter on the edge of actually being able to complete this. Way too close. It's going to come way down to the wire. Ah! I knew we were going to cut that way too close. I just added you on MCOC. My account is Nick7782 with Red Hawk profile. No problem. I'll accept you in a minute after I get done with this fight. By the way, guys, thank you for the 9 likes on stream so far. Do appreciate it. I know, again, we are a bit late tonight compared to what I normally go, but I do have plans this week to be able to get on a bit more and be able to be on at better times. You know, some of the confusions with raids has contributed to it. Some poor planning on my part. Yeah, but you know, hey, still getting to hang out with everybody. Trying to catch a little bit of time to say hi, and we'll just keep plugging away. My best champion is a 6-star Mangog. Okay. There you go, Nick. You have been added to the friends list. So as you can see, you are number 49 out of 50. So don't be surprised. At some point, I will probably end up having to do a clean out for Battlegrounds. Like I said, I'm not saying you'll be the first one on the chopping list by any means, but it will be one of those things that occasionally just deleting people. So it's never anything personal. But like I said, you're always welcome if you can't reach me in game to reach me on line chat or Discord. Got into that combo a little too much because I was actually seeing some decent numbers for a second and let myself slip up and get caught by that special one. poison me, so despite the fact that I didn't time that right and still got caught by it, we still survived our way through it, and we will not survive our way through the second one if we get caught by it, so probably should stop pushing him to the SP2 because we can dodge the SP1 so much easier. So how much does... So, hey, King Arena, how's it going? Still working on a little 7 and 7 here, so though we are not doing extremely great. How much health did that King Groot have? In the millions. I can't tell you exactly because I didn't look. But I'll tell you how much the next champion has, and it'll be somewhere relevant to that. Or I'll tell you how much he has if I screw this up and don't get him in a one shot here and actually have to turn around and revive. Which I'm going to have to. So, yeah, King, I'm doing pretty good. Just kind of been pushing my way through helping the Alliance with raids today, so it's been a bit busier of a day. But outside of that, doing pretty good. Doing new account challenge. Forgot how much I hate Act 6. I feel you. I'm getting ready to start Act 6 on both of my other accounts. And I'm kind of delaying by auto fighting Act 5 on both accounts at the moment to kind of pick up resources. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Act 6 is the worst story content in the entire game and sucks massive balls. But I was actually just talking to one of my Alliance members today because she stepped in to help with raids, but she's stuck. She has been stuck on the collector, but we've been working on it together. So she's about to get unstuck. But I told her, and it's one of those things that I like to tell everybody because it's an extreme motivation. Act 6 sucks a lot, but once you get past Act 6, it's a joyride from there. Act 7 is so much better than Act 6 by far, and so much easier to do. Which is why I'm sitting here chasing 7-star shards, doing it again without even prepping which champions I'm doing it with properly. Which is definitely costing me more revives, potions, and units than it should. But it is also proving that, well, it's quite doable. As we pummel Howard in the corner for old time's sakes. Those moments when you were a kid and everybody bitched because you trapped them in the corner and beat them to a pulp and they couldn't get out and they And I am talking in video games with characters like Blanca, not in real life. um, but yeah, I mean, I always love doing that move, trapping somebody in the corner and just beating on them. Everybody always said that was cheating, but how is it cheating if I do what's available to do and I put you there and I? Why do I need to let you hit me? I did enough of that in real life. We ain't gonna let you hit me in the game. um, I saw your account, Wolf. Your best champion is a 6-star Absorbing Man. You might want to double check that. It's a 6-star maxing rank 5 um, ascended Absorbing Man, which makes that completely different than how you put that. Because I do have 7 stars that are rank 3, but in comparison to an ascended maxed out 6-star, they still don't necessarily compare. And actually, Absorbing Man just worked his way up there recently. Nick led my team for quite some time. Absolutely love my 6-star Nick Fury. Wow, that was complete and total crap, but whatever. Yes, I don't know him personally, but yes, I've watched Seaton's channel for years. Um, I look forward to hopefully at some point meeting him. Um, this year is already shaping up to be me meeting several people that I've paid attention to for years, and giving me a real opportunity to get to know some people. Um, it's not going to be for a couple months, but I am going to get to hang out with Abido and Zoe the Wonder Dog, along with Panda Man Pete. Sounds like possibly Brian Grant. Uh, I will be definitely going to Battleground Brawl in October if they do it again this year, which I expect they're going to. So I have a feeling by the end of this year, yeah, you'll be able to count my name amongst the ranks of quite a few YouTubers that you're familiar with. I hope you count my name amongst those ranks for the most part still. Is there swearing in Deadpool? Yes, there is swearing in Deadpool. Deadpool was the. What was it? It wasn't the first rated R comic book movie by any means, but it was definitely one of the highest promoted rated R comic book movies, especially Marvel. Um, Especially of the more current era. I can't really say MCU, in spite of the fact that he is coming into the MCU now, and kind of has been already. But he obviously he was before the Fox purchase. He was part of the group that was originally sold by Marvel Comics. So yeah, they for a long time Marvel Comics did not have control of or Marvel Studios more appropriately did not have control of quite a few of their characters because of things that happened in the 90s with Marvel Comics and DC as well. DC was able to weather the storm a little bit better because of the fact that they were already owned by Warner Brothers. Um, but because Marvel was its own standalone company, um, they when sales of comic books in the 90s started dropping off dramatically, they sold the rights to many of their characters to different movie studios as opposed to just starting their own studio, which is what they really should have done. This is not going well at all, but we're going to get through it anyways. But by doing so, it meant when they did finally start their studio, characters like Hulk and Spider Man and the Fantastic Four and Blade and the X-Men and the Skrulls and anything to do with mutants, period, and um, anything to do with the Fantastic Four, period. All these things were parted out to Sony, Universal, Miramax. Um, and so that's part of the reason that we do have the Avengers as the MCU, because they didn't have the rights to do X-Men. They didn't have the rights to do the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I knew I needed a frostbite immune champion to do this path. We're still going to get through this. It's just going to be a little more resource intensive than I expected, and probably going to take it a bit longer than I wanted to. But we're gonna pound through a few revives until I get her down. So this might necessarily interfere with the amount of levels we get done tonight, compared to the amount of levels I was planning on shooting for tonight. But that was dumb. Oh. But we are still going to shoot our way through this. Drop a bit of units there just to go ahead and give me a little bit more health to work with so that she can't just drop me immediately, though I am taking a ton of damage from the frostbite. And that's all she wrote for that one. Maybe we can do a little better this time. Started off a little rough on that last one, but we are definitely going to keep pushing through this. Almost halfway down. Well, I'll see you when you watch this back on replay, because I'm sure you will. You can critique me in the comments and tell me who I should have brought in if I was going to take this path, or what path I should have taken. And anybody else who would like to criticize it, feel free to do so. It's not unheard of to be done. I'm never shied away from a little healthy criticism. 35%. That was actually a pretty decent little run. Let's see. We should be able to get her down. If we could have a couple decent runs like that. I don't think we're going to spend too many more units. I know the frostbite's going to kill me quick on this at only 20% health, but if I can get a good 5 to 10 off of her in the process, we can do it in the amount of revives we have left, and that'll mean that I can save the units strictly for revives in the next levels. Ah! Yeah, I was hoping I could. I don't know. I don't think I have a single frostbite immune 7-star. When we come back to redo this level completely and get the 100% on it, which I will eventually do, um, we'll definitely be bringing in a 6-star champion for this, unless I pick up somebody who is frostbite immune as a 7-star before I decide to come back and revisit this yet again. I know I said we were going to save the units, but I think we got it close enough that we have a pretty good chance of 100% finishing her off, or at least if I could have gotten a good start to this. Okay, how's that going? YT, nice to see you, man. I appreciate you stopping by. And by the way, thank you very much for the shout outs during KT stream last night. It was a big help. We did gain a couple subscribers. So thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it overwhelmingly. Not that I don't appreciate everybody's support, but when somebody does go a little extra, I definitely want to make sure I shout them out and make sure that everybody knows that I do appreciate it. This 1,000 subscriber mark has been a amazing journey so far, but these last few subscribers has been a very slow crawl. Fully admit that that is partially my doing for not being nearly as active as I was for the first 800 or so subscribers. But obviously, I've been pretty transparent on why that has been a thing, and I appreciate everybody for sticking it out with me while we got things rolling. And another one in. Finally. Okay, so we bit way too many resources on this already. I will 100% admit that. But we do still have resources left. And I did assure you guys, no matter what, we would either get as many levels as I planned in, or as much time as I wanted to get in, or we would go until we run out of resources. But we still got resources. Yeah, 11 away. We are getting so ridiculously close. Excited is an understatement. Moleman, Magneto, or Mojo. This is definitely one I should be scouting. Let's see. What path did we not take here? If your attackers are hero, they gain superiority. Whenever the attacker gains a buff, they have a 25% chance of, if the attacker is superior, the chance is increased by a flat 20%. Okay. That's already. Let's see what we got up here. God, they just really want you to have a cold snap immune champion by the time you get here, huh? We could run a straight villain team on that one. We'd have to run a straight villain team on that one. I was testing out AI art generations, and it's crazy how good it can be. Oh yeah, man! I've been seeing some sick things coming out of it. I think a year it'll potentially be able to do anything you want. It's shockingly. Yeah, I watched a report on some of the stuff that Chat GPT isn't releasing to the public yet, but that they showed like videos of, and like it's gonna complete, like, anybody who makes money off of Shutterfy or anything like that is probably gonna be obsolete. Drone pilots, things like that, where a lot of that drone footage that people pay for. I don't know how much of that is even gonna be viable because it's making completely realistic looking, as if it was. I sent over some of the images I managed to get out of it via PM. Not a problem. I will check out those real quick. Oh, those are cool. Those are phenomenal. I love the Wolverine ones a lot. The T Rex one is great. Yeah, I like those. Those are good. It's amazing what I've been saying it for a while. I knew AI was going to be like, it's not it's not about the fact that it's going to that it's just like the industrial revolution. Okay. um it didn't replace everybody, but it replaced and caused enough people to have to shift what they'd always known to be able to do, that it damn near collapsed everything. And I think we're on the verge of that all over again, but on a much larger scale. And if they don't do something to make sure that the majority of people that are going to get impacted are taken care of, we're going to have some of the worst times ever. Um, I mean, I was talking about it several years ago when Domino's started testing out self-driving cars to deliver pizzas. Like, Musk has been talking about the self-driving um, 18 wheelers for a while. You need to know what to ask it to do. Like I have ideas to identify the yeah, and that's going to be the shift. It's going to be the shift from who can create to who can articulate, because those who can articulate well and know what to ask for, it's going to be a powerful tool that will create anything you could possibly want. But if you don't know how to put the wording in correctly, it's not going to interpretate what you mean. So it is exactly that. Okay, I think we're gonna take the cable path here. Um, what's the superiority on this? Hero champion. So, which I think overseer would be the only one that I don't think is a hero. Yeah, he's not. Um, Pop out. I think bishop would be better though. Here you go that way. I think I'm gonna grab some of your quotes. um, it's a shift from creation. Yeah, yeah, it is. And feel free anytime you want, man. Like, quote me anytime you want, because most of the time, I mean, I may misspeak from time to time, but I will always take credit for what I say, even if it's taken out of context sometimes. But yeah, no, I really do. I think it's definitely that's the shift. Before, you needed to know how to use cameras, you needed to know how to use drones, you needed to know how to program, you needed to know how to do this, you needed to know how to do that. Now you just need to know what words will get it to pump out what you're looking for. And if you can articulate it well enough to get Chat GPT to know what you're talking about, it's going to get to a point that somebody who could never possibly pick up a camera or um, has no ability to sit in front of one or anything like that could do a better video than those of us who have spent the time to learn crafts. And I think that's going to be something that you're going to see quite a bit. It's going to be a big shift. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, yeah, capturing the Super Bowl, or you know, a presidential address or something like that, where it's a one-time event and it has to be what it is. Well, it's not going to replace that, but at the same time, that's going to mean that there's 100 guys that used to be able to go take footage of the cliffside on some beach somewhere are now competing with one another to be that one guy that gets to take the footage of that one event. Yeah, I could operate the drone as well. Yeah, we could very easily be on the cusp of a Wally situation. Yeah, he's got that Neuralink thing that he's pushing hardcore. Um, First off, um, I think it's funny because I watched an interview with Musk where he was talking about Neuralink. Um, and he's like, yeah, I would definitely get it myself once I'm sure it properly works. And I wouldn't get it until at least 1,000 people had it and died with it in. Because there's going to need to be a lot of after the death research to see. No, I have never been to Antarctica, Nick. Um, as a matter of fact, I have to this date never been outside of the United States, but that will be changing this year. Even if it is just the trip to Canada or many trips to Canada, um, I will definitely be leaving the country at least a couple times this year um, for the first time, which I'm really excited about. Um, I do plan on visiting other places eventually, but it is going to. There's other things that have to be accomplished before we can worry about that too much. The trips to Canada are a little different now that I live extremely close to Canada, and the state of Washington has the enhanced driver's licenses, which does make it easier to make a trip to Canada. Um, Plus, on top of that, I going to Canada for me at this point will mean going to something kabam related most of the time. um, so at that point, it's channel related, and that makes it a completely different story on what is possible. Not that going to other countries won't eventually, hopefully, be channel related as well. Um, or I shouldn't say hopefully. It'll definitely be something that gets done in the future where we do eventually do some traveling and I get to meet some people in other parts of the world. Um, but I don't think Antarctica is ever going to be on my list. Um, yeah, it's just I've got too many other places that really I want to see in this world, and Antarctica just like I'm not saying there isn't some cool things about it, but it's really cold, and I don't want to do the cold anymore. Or like Data from Star Trek got some unwanted feelings, turn them off with Neuralink. You should probably pitch that to Musk. Um, I think he would respond to that overwhelmingly well. Um, for those who are not fully aware, Musk does have Asperger's, and feelings for most people with Asperger's is not something that is comfortable, anyways. Just like social interactions are not real comfortable for him either. So that might be the line that you could probably sell him that line, and he would use it. No feelings, turning them on with Neuralink. Yeah, I don't know that he would turn on his feelings if he had an option. I think that would be an interesting interview question. Elon, if you could fix your Asperger's and turn on feelings and actually get normal human interactions, just by using your own chip, would you do it? Now, mind you, again, Musk is another one of those people that he's going to be the Thomas Edison of our time period. He's going to get credit for a ton of stuff. Most of it is everybody else's work. I mean, he gets credit for PayPal, um, which he was an investor in. He gets credit for Tesla, which he was an investor in. He definitely is not getting credit for X because his investment has in that one has not went well at all. He has been very hands on that one and made a lot worse choices than telling somebody to throw a stone through the truck window to prove how indestructible it wasn't. um, but same thing with SpaceX. He ain't creating rockets. Have you played Lego Batman 3? Yes, I have played Lego Batman 3. I have played all the Lego Batmans and 100%ed all of them. Just realized we could make thumbnails using unique AI generated assets. Yes. Um, I've tried a couple thumbnail generations off of AI, and there are certain words that it just doesn't necessarily recognize fully. I personally feel like Musk sabotaged Twitter because he didn't actually want to buy it. Oh yeah, no, yeah. He again, I agree with you on that one. Um, he could afford to sabotage Twitter, so he did. Um, he couldn't afford to have Tesla go wrong. You know, when he invested in Tesla, he took everything that he made from PayPal, put it into Tesla, and he would have went bankrupt. Same thing with SpaceX. He took everything from Tesla, put it into SpaceX. If that fourth rocket had went wrong, he would have been done for. Um, Even changing the name from Twitter to X to spike the yeah. And what's funny is the fact of all the people who still refuse to call it X. Sadly enough, a couple months ago I was gonna set up a Twitter account, and like I every time I went to go to create an account, it gave me an error. So I've never got around to actually creating a Twitter. Um, I think I had one at one point a long time ago, but I have no clue what it is. Probably really got upset by it when they saw. I don't think they did, honestly, because um, I'm pretty sure they got a pretty fat check from Elon. What do we got coming? Arena wins, which is what I knew was coming. And that's going to be from level up, which I should have pushed a few more up, but I was running out of resources. But yeah, when the sale went through, I think the original founder of Twitter still was one of the people that got one of the larger payouts. Um, and yeah, like I may have created something cool and it may have been 100% awesome, but yeah, you can trash it all you want to while I drink Mai Tais on the beach with a gorgeous bevy of blondes, brunettes, and redheads. With a huge amount of money, they have their shift on whatever is important to them, like move towards things they aren't money, like the name of Twitter. Exactly. Chris Gonzalez, nice to see you tonight. How you doing? We are bumbling our way through 7 for 7 for the fun of it. We got through 4 levels last night. We are on the 3rd level tonight. And we're starting to tap into more resources than what I planned on tapping into. So, you know, the thing about it is especially with I didn't read your entire comment there, but I saw the start of it there, YT. Um, my entire philosophy, my entire life, I was actually talking to somebody about this earlier, is the one thing I always wanted out of my life was to have the choice to say no. And once you get to a certain point where you have enough, being able to say no because you want to and not because you have to is the most amazing concept in the world, and it is something that I strive for. Dr. Dre doesn't do anything for money anymore. He only does projects he is interested in because he has transcended beyond something as meaningless as money. Okay. Yes, I agree with you in that, in a way, but it's a lot easier to transcend into something beyond money when you got stacks of it in the bank. Um, and I get that there's far too many people that don't take the right attitude about it, but trust me, I do a lot more charitable projects, um, help a lot more people, do a lot of passion projects. Hell, I'd sit here and work on the channel all day, every day, not care how many subscribers, how many um, sponsors, how many donations, anything else that I ever got. If I had enough money in the bank to not worry about whether or not I made money off of it. Not that I'm worried about whether or not I make money off of it. Anyways, if I was, yeah. Yeah, it's meaningful when you have enough of it. Heisenberg called money a hygiene factor. It is. If you don't have it, just like hygiene, there is a problem. If you have it, then it's kind of inert. Exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, you can really look at um, Bezos's ex-wife. I mean, she gives away millions of dollars every year to help different organizations. She doesn't put caveats on it, everything else. But even with doing so, because she has so much money, um, she actually never touches her wealth whatsoever, her worth, because even with giving out as much as she does every year, the interest covers what she gives out, which is fabulous, honestly, because I mean, there's not nearly enough people doing things like that. I mean, even if you look at something like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, where they do quite a bit with school books and several other projects to help people out. But again, it's a lot easier to help people when you have it for yourself. It's a lot easier to be altruistic when you don't have to worry about eating ramen noodles. Hell, if if all my bills were paid and everything else was sitting there, like I'd have a community fund for anybody that struggles in the community that I didn't have to worry about raising money for. I would I'd be angel funding Dee Dee's project that he's working on right now. Um, there wouldn't be a single YouTuber out there that does MCOC that I wouldn't not only have a membership to their channel, but probably do a couple $100 donation to every month. I'd order things online all the time so that I could get delivery and tip well. But again, these things are always so much easier when you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from, where what you're gonna do, things like this. Oh, this is the one that I can choose any boss from here. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's get him in a second, real quick. I also feel like those who have made it like Dre probably missed the grind on the. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and you look at. I mean, even if you look at somebody like Snoop, I mean, he pays the guy that rolls his joints like $75,000 a year. It might be more than that, but I remember it was something fairly substantial. Um, to do nothing but roll his joints. And it was just, it wasn't necessarily just because he couldn't do it himself or anything like that. It was because it was a way to help somebody without demoralizing them. Okay? And so yeah, I mean, and again, 100%. Um I know myself, but I also know a lot of other people that like if you handed them $10 million right now and said, I'm going to give you another million every year. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. Like you can pay off all, I've cleared all your debts. You got this, you got that. They'd still have to have some kind of project to work on. They couldn't just go lay somewhere and do nothing. There are plenty of people like that, and I definitely get it. And those are normally the type of people who have the best chance of succeeding. Oh, I feel like he definitely needs a specific counter for that. I know Mole Man's going to be a pain, but I think he's going to be the easier pain. And I may try bringing Bishop in and possibly Hawkeye to make him a little bit less of a pain. But we will see what I can do with each person and determine where we need to be at. So, guys, it took us a little over 2 hours to do 4 levels last night, and we didn't burn through many resources. We are to the boss on the 3rd level tonight at just shy of the 2 hour mark. I was planning on, like I said, I was planning on trying to push for a while longer tonight, but I am seeing we're a bit more resource intense than what I was planning on being. So I think we're gonna go ahead and take Mole Man down here, collect this one, and then we will probably be. It'll be a little over 2 hours tonight, so we'll probably call it there. After I get done taking down Mole Man, but I the alliance is taking the next couple days off of raids to wait on the next batch of um, revives to come in. So that definitely won't be an issue tomorrow night. So I can get started a little bit earlier tomorrow night. Um, so I think we will. It'll give me a chance to stock up on a couple things during the day while I'm auto running a few things, and then we will go for longer tomorrow night. Probably run about the same amount of time as far as uh, ending around the same time. We'll just start a little earlier in the evening. Because, like I said, I won't have the other factors interfering. Obviously, it will probably interfere later on in the week, but we're like I said, we're gonna get through 7-on-7 this or 7-4-7 this week, and then start on Act 8. I am starting the Thronebreaker push on both the other two accounts. Have a couple video ideas I'm working on. Plus, on top of that, this is setting us up for next week's crystal opening to assure us that we have a couple 7 stars to include into that opening, as well as, like I said, we should have a Titan crystal to include in that opening as well by the time we get through this. So, really excited for what we're pushing right now. Come on, throw the damn special. Thank you. Um, just really, I mean, that's one of the things I've talked about it before. We pushed really big on the channel over this last year. When I started the channel, my this account here was Cavalier. And 16, 17, 18 months later, whatever we're at this point. And I could have been boosting all night, and I haven't been doing that. That was wonderful. That was stupid. We are, not only um, nearing the 1,000 subscriber mark, but at the same time, we've achieved Paragon. We've done Necropolis. We're doing 7-on-7, and we're getting ready to start Act 8. So, yeah, I mean, that little 1% at a time all year long has paid off. The roster has been improved, the skill has been improved, the channel has been improved. Still got a lot more to do. You made a few more pictures? Okay, I'll check those out here shortly. Vatlik, nice to see you back in. It's went a little rougher tonight than last night did. We're almost done with the 3rd level tonight, which is where I'm going to call it at as soon as I get done taking down Mole Man here, just so that I can farm up a few more resources. And then we're going to continue on tomorrow night. We will do as much as possible each night and get ourselves through this in time to make sure that we have a Titan Crystal to open for Monday. So, yeah, man, I mean, and there's another one down. So, like I said, we used a bit more resources than I was planning on tonight, which is kind of unfortunate because that does mean I do need to pick up a bit more stuff to continue on. So I really don't want to take a chance of pushing myself too much further. It is kind of a pain now that they've got the boxes on the map compared to before, where I could tell where the I'm halfway to a Titan Crystal. Nice. Yeah, I'm 3/4 of the way there, which is part of what kind of sparked this. But not remembering exactly where the units are, so I could target them to kind of pick up some of this stuff. Now I do have quite a few battle chips, so we should be able to pick up a bit of units for tomorrow. And like I said, I'll pick up quite a bit of other supplies as well. I know a few places that we can farm some stuff from. Just overlooking. Looks like Max is live right now. If I can, let's go jump over and double check and make sure that I am correct on that. So, yeah, let's jump over and say hi to Max and give him a little bit of support tonight. Always enjoy hanging out and saying hi to Max. I do want to thank everybody tonight for stopping in and giving me some more support. We are getting closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark every single day. And I just want to thank everybody for the help and the support as we get there. I will be back again tomorrow night to push through some more of 7-on-7. But let's go ahead and jump over and say hi to Max and give him some support with a hashtag Wolfpack raid. Emma, thank you. You take care as well. Chris Gonzalez, good night to you as well. I thank you. YT, thank you for being part of things and hanging out. Nick Brown, everybody else, Vatlik, King of Arenas, everybody who has stopped in tonight, I want to say thank you to all of you. I really do appreciate all your support, and I hope everybody has a great day, a great night, and pulls a God to your champion soon. And I will see you guys back for the next one. And until then, peace out.